Hi, welcome back. I'm here with an easy read today. Really didn't take long to read this. In fact, my son read it twice before I even realized he'd read it once. The book is called Greta's Story, the schoolgirl who went on strike to save the planet. Perhaps you've heard of Greta Thunberg. She is a teenager in Sweden who is very passionate about saving the earth, about climate change, and doing something about it. She The strike that they talk about in the story in the book is that she started refusing to go to school. At one period, it was for a couple of weeks. She sat outside of the legislature in Sweden with her sign, when that's in Swedish, obviously, and it drew attention. And over time, more people started to join her, and she wanted the focus to be on climate change as the legislature returned, so that maybe they would finally have the courage to do some things that are going to help the environment, that are going to stop the effects of climate change. And then her message expanded beyond Sweden. So she continued, even after that period, to go on strike every Friday. And throughout other countries as well, students were protesting on Fridays. They would hold rallies and hold up signs, urging people to do something about climate change. And she became so famous that she was actually asked to speak at a World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, which is full of world leaders. And while everyone else was staying in, flying in on private jets and staying in fancy hotels, they drove there, taking the most environmentally friendly transportation options possible. She even stayed in a tent, even though it was cold and rainy. But she just felt this conviction that she needs to live what she is advocating for, which is reduced carbon emissions. And so at that summit, she gave a speech, and she said, and this was really important, this was one of the things that she's very famous for saying: adults keep saying that they must give young people hope. I don't want hope. I want you to panic. I want you to take action. I want you to behave as if you were in the middle of a crisis, because that's what it is. Our house is on fire. House, planet Earth, is going up in flames. And the adults, the powerful, must act responsibly and act for the future of young people. So it's a very inspiring story to show how this young woman, who now has, and I was looking at her Instagram page here, now has over 10.3 million followers, that just started with her holding that one sign up in front of, the Swedish legislature at the end of one summer. And here is a picture. Let me see if I can brighten, reduce that bit, of her holding her sign. One thing that is discussed in the book is that Greta has, she's on the spectrum for um, autism, Asperger's is the word I was looking for. And one of the features of that is that um, people who have Asperger's, or are on the spectrum, might tend to be hyper focused on an issue or something. And so obviously this is something that she's very hyper focused on, and thankfully that's good, because she's doing good work and she's inspiring many young people. And I hope that you'll be inspired by her too.